My name is Jason Ashley, and I love role-playing games, but I have almost exclusively played them with people who are not your typical tabletop gamers. From this, an idea was born. Welcome to the podcast where disinterested friends and family play role-playing games in order to prove that no one is too cool for tabletop. Bear form, and so you're charging over. As you charge over, there's probably about maybe like 4 of these townspeople running directly your way, and they're right in front of you. What do?
I'm going to bite one of them like right in the throat, and then shake him violently and hit the other people with his corpse.
All right,
their corpse.
So I'm going to mark off one of your holds as a bite, unless you just want to do a normal attack.
Townsfolk 0.
Oh no, that works.
Okay. All right. So
for damage.
No, don't worry about it. These are townspeople. You guys aren't fighting badasses. You're fighting townspeople. You grab the first guy by the face and just pick him up, and immediately his body goes limp in your arms, and you're just swinging him around, and it's just whacking a whole bunch of people in the face. They're like, their boots are cracking skulls, and you swing and hit one lady, and she lunges, and she falls out with her dagger. Sorry.
We can't hear you.
What's
there
up?
We go. Oh, we can hear you now.
Sorry, the
lady falls with the dagger.
No. We got someone hosted us. Thank you, Lady Face Shred.
Cool.
And when it happens, it plays this loud metal music, and it scared the shit out of me, and I couldn't hear. So one of the boots hits a lady in the head and sends her sideways, and she's holding her dagger out and slams it into the face of someone next to her, and they scream out and swing back with like their pot and clang someone else in the head, and essentially this kind of domino effect happens. And once it's all said and done, thank you, Crazy 1 2 3 4 5 for the follow. You end up through all this chaos. You end up killing 5 of the townspeople, and they all just fall over dead. Now, Patramius, as soon as these townspeople stumble, a few other people jump over them, and you've got people approaching you. What do you do?
Yep. So Lil Pew and Pews are going to go, I'm just straight firing magic missiles as fast as I can. But in the meantime, I want to yell at Spooky Bad Boy and get him going savage.
Oh, yes. Okay. I believe you get to add something to your damage roll for this. So let's go ahead and give me a volley. This is for you firing off shots.
All right. I believe that's Dex.
It is.
Boom.
Fuck.
14
so
plus 3.
So 17.
Damn.
And sadly in this game that doesn't really mean anything once you go high and above, so it's kind of a bummer you had to use that then. But because you guys are fighting some regular ass sons of bitches, here's what's gonna happen. Is you pull out your guns, or you've already got them out, and you're just firing them off. You're just like eye sockets to one guy out the back of another guy. Straight up Indiana Jones on the back of that tank in Last Crusade. Like one shot goes through several people. Meanwhile, all of y'all hear this like this scream, and suddenly you hear a snap, and Bernard kicks the little carriage over. It's been dragging behind him and snaps the ropes free, and he's just like donkey kicking to the crowd, catching like people in the face. Like you just see heads caving in. Stupid little kids with like butcher knives are charging at you, and he's just kicking them off into the forest, and as soon as they hit the purple haze, they're just disintegrating into nothing. Because you rolled so high and because you got your homie with you, you easily take out 15 people and just in this chaos of gun blasts.
Yes.
All right. Super duper.
I will be right back.
Alrighty. Brunhilde.
Yes.
Seeing all this going on, there's a whole lot of these townspeople starting to make their way around Philip, who's in bear form, because they just watched what he did, and they're making their way on the outside, trying to work their way around you. You've got some people coming your way, and you see people coming the other way where Daniel is. What do you do?
Are they running around me, like, trying to run away from us scared, or are they, like, running at me to, like, attack me?
At this point, they seem to be running towards you to do damage. They're trying to hurt you.
I want to grab the first person I can, and I want to grab him by the throat and say, "I'd be gentle on you," and then just shove the end of my clam hammer just down their throat, and then just kick, like, just throw them off of it.
All right, go ahead and give me a hack and slash. This is plus.
What does that mean?
This is your strength roll.
Okay.
You have to add +3 to it, so I'm glad you did. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so here's what happens. You as the person comes forward, you do exactly what you say, and you grab them by the throat and pull them up, and as you say this to them, they're like trying to swing at you with some little measly kitchen knife, and you just take the whole handle of clam hammer and cram it down their throat, and like as you do it, it bursts out the back of their back into the head of someone else approaching, right into their eye. As you pull it out, both drop dead, so you take 2 out with you. However, in doing this, 2 of the townspeople rush underneath you with these kitchen knives, and they're just like sinking it into you as fast as they can, just going at it super hard. And you end up taking.
You get healed.
Yeah, you take 7 damage, but you'll subtract your armor from that.
Okay.
So you,
5.
I can. Yeah, you take 5 damage. So they're sinking their knives into you, and you just take your clam hammer and just like sweep with it, and just catch both of them and fling them off. You see them fly over the heads of everybody else into the woods as they disintegrate and die. Hey, Kid Turbo Xylo fucker, thank you for following us.
We're getting so close to the goal.
You guys, 6 more followers. We're gonna get triple points for the last at least 40 minutes or so. So let's get it. 6 more followers. Okay. So you take out 4 people in that attack. However, because you were focused on killing them, Daniel, these other townspeople have snuck up on you while you weren't paying attention. You were focused on the rest of the battle going on, and you take 8 damage, but you subtract your armor from it. So what happens is...
I thought I couldn't get snuck up on.
You have a move that says that?
I thought I did.
I think you can get one.
Oh, yeah, I guess I don't have it.
Yeah. And that's really the result of... mechanically, it's a result of Brunhilde's move. As you turn, suddenly one of these townspeople just clocks you across the face with like a frying pan, and you kind of stammer there, like kind of off balance for a second, but they lean back and begin to swing forward one more time. What do you do? Thank you for the follow, Deadspin 74. 5 more followers, guys. 5 more triple coins.
I am going to freak out, like, what the I actually just got hit, holy shit. And then I'm going to, I see Broomhilda's there, like, fighting, and I'm going to run and, like, jump on her, on like, my feet on her back, jump off of her, and fucking do, like, a twirly flip in the air, and stab both. Is there 2 of them or just 1?
2.
There's 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm stabbing my daggers right into their I like to put my cock in people's throats, so I'm gonna put it in their throat.
Just jam it on down there.
I know you do, my friend.
While I'm above them, like upside down, like, and then just land on the ground, and, like, stick them into the ground.
All right, so here's what I'm going to have you do. This is going to be 2 rolls because you have such an elaborate idea for this that I love the shit out of it. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to defy danger to get away from them as they're trying to attack you. Essentially, the combination of you trying to get away from them and another follower, T-Bone 430. Thank you, T-Bone. 4 more followers, guys. We'll get triple coins for the rest of the night.
Oh, man.
Tony, thank you so much, man.
We're so close, you guys.
Throw some direct coins, Jason.
Who do I throw them at?
No, at if we hit that goal.
Oh yeah, you know what? Thank you. Good idea, Raf. If we hit that goal, we're gonna get triple coins, and everyone in the chat's gonna get 200 coins. Everyone in chat gets 200 coins.
T-Bone is a friend that I've been friends with since I was young. So.
Well, I like that you've known someone for a long time named T-Bone. That's pretty awesome.
Fuck yeah, man, Tony Baloney.
Tony Baloney. All right, so here's what's going to happen, Daniel. You're going to defy danger with Dex for getting out of the way or acting fast. So go ahead and give me that Dex roll. You're going to add +3 to it.
Bam.
So 11. Excellent. So let's update that real quick. All right, so you run up towards Brunhilde, and as she brings the clam hammer down, about to swing at these people that she just flung off, you land 1 foot on that hammer, and as she swings, you fling off like back flipping in the air, and with both daggers just shing, and you're about to drop down directly on them. So give me a hack and slash. You're gonna add +2 to that.
Is that dexterity?
It's strength. Well, hold on. I think you get to choose. You can do either or, I think. Let me, let's find out.
I'm always doing dex.
Let me find out. I forget, man. Oh, here it is. Dagger. Nope, not on this one. You can get a precise weapon to let you do it, but you don't have that yet. So it's going to be a strength.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
All right. All right, so you definitely hit it. So as you come down, I imagine like Assassin's Creed slow motion style, as you're coming down with the dagger, and you catch them right at the throat, and you just bring it all the way down from like the inside of their lip, down their throat, like down into their like chest cavity, as you land on the ground, and they're both just dangling back, arms back off your daggers. As soon as this happens, two others approach you directly over them, and you just bring it up like that and sideswipe and catch them both in their eyes, just like cutting clean through their eyes. And as they're both standing there kind of dizzy, they turn around, and Philip at this point, because we're going to play with the time of this combat, is still swinging this guy around and flings it back and clocks them both in the head as they tumble off dead. So, at this point, you guys have cleared out quite a bit of the crowd, and there's only about half of them left. There's a few that are still standing there, the ones that are holding, like, actual weapons. You might see a guy with, like, a sword or a guy with, like, a bow and arrow, his hand quaking as he aims it at you. Everyone else is starting to run away. A few of the people that are very terrified and not thinking this through run towards the woods, and before they even can click what they're doing, just run into this purple fog and just dissipate into nothing as they go, screaming along the way. So the rest
They were pretty scary people.
You're all standing there as the rest of these people are all running away, as just bloodied and crumpled, destroyed dead bodies are laying at your feet. What do you guys do now?
I yelled, "Told you so."
Excellent.
Nobody puts Petromyes in the corner.
Yeah.
Really quick, if you guys will let me, I'm gonna pee.
Where do you think I disappeared to?
Oh, good call. So, you guys
dying.
You guys at least discuss. I mean, everyone's running and running away at this point. Hey, what's up, Metal Gamer? Thanks for checking out. Checking in, dude. Sorry, I'm pretty hammered. I'm gonna go pee though, and you guys figure out what you're doing next. I'll be right back.
So, if we know that the head guy had a bunch of stuff back in the inn, I say we go and check the papers that he had and see what he has going on in there.
Well, as an assassin that I am not a fan of leaving survivors or witnesses.
I'm assuming the mist is going to do that.
Well, people are running away, so I kind of want to clear out the city. I mean, we already fucking killed everybody.
I know. We told that was yeah.
I'm coming down from like my rage, and like I'm a really good, like I'm one of those people that I'm like,
oh, you know what?
I can't kill innocent people, so I'm probably gonna start like I'm just gonna go over to a corner and like cry. Like
we could do that. We could work that out because for our bond, I'm not gonna pull it out, but I know that I'm gonna try to go comfort you and like calm you down.
Yeah, I'll be over like in a corner, just like like really bad.
Oh God, how's it going? Do it again.
I mean, I could turn into hawk form and dive bomb people as they're running away, kind of corral them into the mist if we want to. But
No, I'm thinking as long as people are running away from us and not trying to put us in jail, we try to figure out.
I think this is kind of point where like, yo, you see what we can do. Like, calm the fuck down. Let's be adults again.
And then Philip, you can convert them.
I'll do my best.
God.
Time, if there's any time.
Is anyone getting suspicious or wanting to figure out? Like, if it's me, I'm thinking, like, this isn't normal behavior for other people. It's like maybe there's a artifact or something. I want to
check. I've been trying to check my ring this entire time to see if anything's going on, but it keeps.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that you want to do that. Sorry.
It's all good.
Single peeps, suitcases.
Photo style says leave no witnesses. I mean, I guess that's kind of where I gotta go.
So is that the plan?
Yeah, they're all running different directions. I mean, that's gonna be. Are we gonna have like a Benny Hill montage of us just killing random people?
What's all these noises?
I'm crying in a corner.
I say that I think it would be best if we just straight up like we call everyone back and we're just like, hey, look, things got out of hand.
Love you.
Let's move forward in a reasonable manner that doesn't involve us killing the fuck out of you guys, and you tell us what is going on.
Ow.
So that's what you do?
That's my suggestion. I'm probably not the best person to be.
Wait, are you a bear? Are you a bear still?
Oh yeah, you're still a bear.
Realistically, you guys hear this.
Just a bear going, and you're like, oh, okay, great, a bear's talking to us.
So I am. If there's no immediate danger, I'm going to turn back into human form.
Okay, so you shift back to human form. So are you guys just letting these people run back to their homes? I mean, they can't leave the town, you know that much. What's the plan from here?
Who is the new elder? I'm gonna yell that loud.
I think you are.
I'm suffering severe moral injury, so.
I'm gonna give like a big whistle, some sort of whistly sound.
Okay.
Try to get everyone to stop what they're doing.
A few of the people keep running, but those closest to you drop down to their knees, essentially, and like put their hands up, aimed towards just all of you, and these are a variety of different people, but one of them in particular, an older woman, just says to you, "We will follow you. This is your town now. Please don't hurt the rest of us. We."
So I'll separate myself from the group and walk forward and kind of look at all those bowing.
Guys, did you hear that? We just got a town out of this.
We did. I'll look at everybody and say, like, what has happened has happened. The past is the past. The Great Horned One chooses to look towards the future. Join us and let us talk about what exactly is going on here.
Really quick.
We don't wish to kill any more of you. We wish to know what is going on and understand better what is happening in this area.
I want to let everyone know, if you haven't noticed so far, but that Ben, aka Photo Style, is saving up all of his coins so he can cause an act of God to raise an undead army of zombie townspeople.
I know.
So that's fucking cool.
I would like to challenge Ben to some sort of, I don't know, something. I would like to challenge him for all of his coins.
I think we should have a rap battle.
So if I
Coins are
win,
not
I get all of his
transferable.
points. But then
Meanwhile, I would like to give Ben enough coins that he can do that.
No trade of no trading of coins. No. We'll just let this thing happen naturally. So, Philip, as you say this,
These people who have dealt down, I give them a comforting sort of kind of speech of, like, the Great Horned One is watching over us all. What has happened has happened.
I was going to make you like parlay or something, but these people are terrified at this point, so that you don't have to. Just if
Awesome.
you told them you need to shit in your hand and eat it in front of me, they're all gonna start eating shit sandwiches just because.
So I'm gonna look at one of them and be like, what is this mist?
Are you addressing the same old lady who was like, "Please don't hurt us"?
Yeah, whichever the one that stands out the most. So if that's the old woman, let's talk with her.
She says, we don't know. We've never seen this before. I have no idea. I guess we feared it was you because you're new here. You brought us the food that was wilting and dying just unnaturally. We assumed you did it, but we really have no idea. I swear to you, bear man, we don't know.
I feel like I'm a superhero now.
Mm-hmm.
I look at her and say, what is the terror that lives in the woods, or what is it in the woods that you are so afraid of?
Oh shit! This thing was protecting the city.
Do what?
This thing was protecting the city. We just wiped out half of it.
I'm sorry. Repeat that again. You asked essentially what was it they were afraid of?
What is it in the woods that they're afraid of that keeps them that started this kind of fight? Like, why are they upset that someone was in the woods?
Tears pouring down her face, she says, "We don't know. We have no idea. That's why we called for aid."
So, I walk towards her and put a hand on her shoulder and be like, "The Great Horde One will watch over this city, this town from now on. Gather the rest of your folks. Let them know. We are here in peace as much as we can. Obviously, what's done, it's done is done. The rest of you, we're squaresy. Do a little square.
All right.
We're squaresy.
Roll for parlay. I'm going to have you do this just to say, like, before they're going to do it, but you're actually asking her to, like, worship this god and tell other people. So,
Yeah. So that would be a
charisma.
Good thing I got a +1.
You got +3, man.
So 8 total.
While he's doing that,
Thank you, Ben. That's awesome of you. Donated another $5. That's amazing.
Damn.
Yay!
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
While he's doing that,
Hold on.
Okay,
I need to make
go
sure
ahead,
I
go
do this one at a time because I keep forgetting shit. Okay, so you rolled 5, so you get 8 on that. So she says she looks at you. You tell she's like fighting through her. Ben, how many people were killed? 25 people. Hey, Mario, will you give Ben his points? He gets 625 points.
We killed 25.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
We're the best there ever is.
But she looks at you, tears pouring down her face as strongly as she can, and says, "Sir, I will worship any god you tell me to worship. I will tell everyone to do the same. I will force them to be subservient to this god. But you have to promise me now that you will let our people go to our homes and you will not harm us anymore."
Will you not harm us?
She just shakes her head. There's no more fight left in us.
I will,
Started it. Why the hell are
I will put a hand on her shoulder and say, "Live deliciously." Let her go work day.
I can't handle it. It's so funny.
And that's fine. We will. That's fine. Go return to your homes.
No response.
I'm trying to listen to y'all read the chat, all this shit at once. She says, she just nods her head and she slowly stands up and says, "The Great Horned One will forever be my lord, and I will make sure all the townspeople know that is who we have to thank for escaping this battle with our lives." And
Give her a nice little thumbs up.
she motions towards everyone else, and they slowly stand.
This is
and
a
are all
rather
looking
effective
upset.
recruitment tactic.
Yeah, scared the shit out of them. I think that's how all religions recruit people.
wipe out half the town.
Who would have thought? We need to tell all the other religions to scare people into following them. I don't think they've ever thought about that before. I said 625, but it's fine, Mario. Okay, so the people get up and start slowly making their way towards the thing. By the way, oh, shit.
There's the act of God.
Oh no!
Oh man. Oh my god, this is fucking amazing. Ben, I love you so much.
Yes.
I love you so much. All right, so as the people start making their way towards their homes, suddenly all of you hear this like low kind of grumble, this like rumbling that you're hearing, and
Yeah, how does that make the fucking horned one look?
As you look around, suddenly you start to see all the bodies that you killed start to rise up and walk towards you.
Oh.
Church of the One-Horned Wonder.
Hey, we killed them once, we can kill them again.
Now, bear in mind, you guys killed about 25 people, but I would say at least 15% of those were just completely eviscerated. Or were thrown into this fog. So at this point, there's going to be 17 left. Hey, James, what am I naming the Church of the One-Horned Wonder? Is that the name of your religion?
The wizard sleeve.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. We had a tavern called the Wizard Sleeve in one of our games. Well, hey Chris, before we go into more detail, Chris, since this is your religion, Omar the Thief / James decided to help you name it by spending some coins, and he wants to call it the Church of the.
He spent it. That's what it's called.
It's called the Church of the One-Horned Wonder.
Yep, that's what we're going with.
Okie dokie. You're much more forthright with letting people do this shit. I'm like, nope, I don't accept it. Here's your money back.
Hey, you're gonna give people that power. You gotta respect what they give you.
Their followers shorthand refer to themselves as the Hornies.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so there you go.
I love it.
I hope you call your god the Horny One, the Great Horny One. So
big horny.
As you look around you, all of the bodies that were not completely just destroyed into mush or disintegrated by the purple haze are slowly starting to stand at their feet. They haven't made their way walking towards you yet. They're just standing up. So all around you in various directions are 17 undead creatures that are beginning to make their way to their feet. So what do you guys do?
I'll tell everyone to return to their home. This is not the work of the Great Horned One or the Church of the One-Horned Wonder.
Oh,
that's what I
shit.
did.
All right, so you yelled at them. Dude, you don't have to say anything. They just start running.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't your god, go! Get away!
Now,
I'm ready to just start firing again.
you guys are ready to fight. Now, I want to just paint a little picture here. As you yell this out, Philip, and the people start running, there is one, as you're kind of watching them run, there is one of them, he's a man probably in his like mid-30s. He was definitely one of the biggest guys of the group. This guy was clearly a hunter, probably a brawler in his day, probably stands 6.5 feet tall, shoulder span is crazy stupid wide, just muscles everywhere. This guy is built for combat. Somehow he didn't face the wrath of any of you during the fight that you guys had.
So he's not a zombie.
No, this is just one of the people that's running as Philip is yelling it. However,
Where are the zombies?
You need to read the chat too.
they're rising all around you. They're rising
So
all
there's
around
17
you.
living people, and then
Negative. There are 17 undead rising, and there's lots of living people running away because Philip yelled at them too. The man I'm describing is a living person. As he starts to run, he turns back towards the undead, like you see this look on his face, like no, I'm gonna fight them. He reaches down on the ground, picks up a stray weapon. It looks to be like an axe that was used for chopping wood. He charges towards what appears to be the zombified returning undead of what looks like a 12-year-old little girl. She was somehow trampled in the combat when you guys were fighting, and she was killed. And so there's this this little 3.5-foot little person standing up on her feet. As he brings the axe down, she reaches up with one hand and catches it, rips it from his hand, and then pulls him forward and just bites directly into his neck, tearing like massive chunk of skin out. And with her little, as he cries out, her tiny little fingers just start tearing into his flesh, pulling out muscle and bone and organ. This tiny little 80-pound wet little girl just mutilated this monster of a human being without any effort whatsoever. And you also You see this as more than a dozen of them rise all up around you. Now, I clearly wanted to paint you a clear picture of the threat you face. I hope I have done that. So what do you guys do?
Fuck me, dude. Ah, shit.
Now, they're not all on their feet yet. You have several buildings around you. There's the woods before you, which you're pretty sure you can't walk into. You got a wayward well. You have the inn that's nearby and lots of buildings behind you. Are you guys going to go in straight after these guys or what? Vinny, you just got yourself a +1, my friend.
Thanks, Al.
So you're saying they're not all out of the ground yet?
Well,
Oh, they're not in the ground.
yeah,
they're just
they're
rising.
people you just killed.
You're right.
But they
You're
are
right.
starting to get up. They're not at all on their feet yet, but they're starting to get that way.
Quick thinking, the two that I killed that are on the floor in front of me, I'm going to pick up one of them and just throw him into the mist, the purple haze.
I would say that you're not quite there yet, so you're gonna have to drag them a little bit of a ways. So go ahead and let's. Ooh, someone just gave you another +1. Zale did.
Yeah,
Thanks, Al.
I got a +1 too.
Well, that's a wrap.
Oh, did you? Oh, that
No, I
was
think
a wrap.
that one was to me. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Thanks,
sorry.
Zale.
I was paying attention. You guys, I can't pay attention to everyone's bonuses. What do you think I am, the dungeon master?
Daniel's ring? Did you ever check your ring, Daniel? The
Yeah.
thief?
There hasn't been really any chance yet. There's just too much shit going on. And I'm going to attribute that to you guys have rolled. There's been a lot of failed rolls, which means shit happens. So there just hasn't been a chance for you to really check it out yet, Daniel.
Okay.
Okay.
Daniel, you're going to have to give me a defy danger to pull this zombified person up to their feet without them attacking you. So let's get a roll. Get that +1 to it. Hot
Get
damn.
Get fucked.
All right, so you pull them up to their feet right before they're conscious, and they're starting to kind of like rah and like chomp at you. You drag them through these other rising corpses and just underhand slide them into the mist. And as soon as they slide in, like as the head goes in, followed by the feet, they just disintegrate all the way in. And the upside is now you're down to 16 of these things. But the others have started to rise up off the ground. At this point, the four of you have a brief second to either run away and hide, barricade yourself in, or prepare yourself to fight. What do y'all do?
I take
Question: are the bodies in like complete form? Or are there like half bodies and whatnot?
Have they hit
It's
the floor?
a variety. Yes, the bodies have hit the
Thank you,
floor.
Courtney, for that +1.
Who gets that? Vinny does? There you go. I will say that... Oops, that's the wrong thing. It's a mixed bag. There's a couple that don't have arms. There's a couple where their faces are caved in. There's a few with like big, massive wounds chewed and cut into them.
I guess my question is, if I turned into like a eagle, would I be able to pick like a half a person up and fly them to the mist?
No, because you're turning into an eagle. An eagle can't pick up a human being.
What the fuck?
What if he was like
I meant
a
like half,
magical
like that's what I was saying, like
Robbie.
eagle?
half a person kind of thing.
What?
No one's
Okay.
No one's small enough for you to be able to like do that to.
Oh,
That's what I wanted to
Harami
ask.
smashed. Too cool for Harami. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Make
smashed
the
the
zombie
zombie.
stronger.
Awesome. I'm gonna hold on to that until some combat happens, but I've got that written down. Thanks. Too cool for Harambe.
I'm ready to jump in, machetes out, but if the team wants to barricade, I'm down.
You guys have
do
a
whatever,
moment to
but,
react.
for fighting.
Something is about to go down, whether you guys instigate it or they do. So what's the
I
plan?
would like to instigate. I'd like to take my clam hammer and hold it out like I'm about to bat and say, "Let's play ball."
Okay.
Then I would like to bat at one closest to me, like I'm hitting a ball, and try and like hit them all.
Roll your damage. I'm sorry. Give me a hack and slash, which is a strength roll, and we're gonna add +3 to it. So you got a 12.
All right.
All righty. Okie dokie. So let's get your damage roll, please.
Okay.
Fuck.
Nice. 1 second.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, you guys.
That's never good.
It's not real great. All right, so as you swing your clam hammer down, and the angle you swing it in, you catch this approaching zombie by the waist and really crush its leg, do a significant amount of damage to it, and send it like knee dirt into the other knee first into the ground. But it is still awake for the count. It's just
Jeez, this is tough.
Yeah, the lower half of its body's been crushed into the ground. So as you bring your hammer back up, it lunges towards you with its claws, trying to bite at you. What do you do?
So I think
Hit it in
I
the
want.
head? Oh, not me. Sorry.
No, it's you.
I was just. Oh,
I'm asking Brunhilde, what do you do? Actually, you know what?
never mind.
Oh, wait a second. What did we just get? New follower, Grizz. Was that you? Who's Grizz? I feel like Grizz is one of us.
That was me. I clicked on stuff.
You can follow. That's fine. Hey, thanks for
I've
following.
already been following.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was trying to get more coins.
No
You
deal. So,
Out.
no, but I like that. So, Brunhilde, as you bring your clam hammer back, this zombie lunges towards you, but it's so sudden you can't react to it. But Patramias, you see this zombie lunging towards her legs. What do you do?
Yeah, so once I see that the clam hammer is not as effective as one would expect out of a clam hammer, I'm going to jump into defensive mode and kind of hop in front, try to do what I can with my machetes to block, like to clear some space, and then maybe make a face that's like, all right, now that they're undead, this is a real threat.
Okay. So it sounds to me like you're trying to defend Brunhilde
Give
there.
it a shot.
All right, so go ahead and roll plus Constitution. We're gonna add +1 to it.
All right.
You got a 9.
Oops, sorry, I double clicked.
I'm not counting the second one.
Yeah, I know, I got a 9.
All right, so you get 1 hold. As long as you stand in defense of Brunhilde, you can spin a hold 1 for 1 to do any of the options there. I don't know if you see them in front of you. I'll tell everyone watching what they are. Essentially, you can redirect an attack from the thing you defend to yourself. You can have the attack's effect or damage. You can open up the attacker to an ally, giving that ally +1 forward against the attacker, or you can deal damage to the attacker equal to your level. So you're defending it. It's lunging towards her still as you step in the way. Do you want to spend one of your holds, or is it going to attack her?
I'll spend the hold, and because I believe my bond is that I owe her my life.
Okay.
So
It may be.
So I'm going to redirect an attack from it to myself.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about that attack then. I just
There
lost.
goes your finger.
Vince, you still salty that we played a game where you lost your hand? Or it was just a finger, I guess.
It was just my finger.
All right. So, you take 4 damage, and you will subtract your armor from that there, Patramias. So the zombie reaches out to like bite as soon as you step in the way, and it sinks right to your ankle and just takes a little nibble out of it there.
Okay.
Now, Philip, you see this happen, and Patramias lets out a bit of a like a pained noise as it bites into him. And as you maybe take a step towards that direction to see what you can do, you see that 6 of these undead have all raised up around you. Daniel is directly behind you. You guys are almost back to back, but these 6 are directly in front of you. What do you do, Philip?
I'm gonna take bear form.
Roll it. All right, so that's a 9. So you got 2 holds there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to.
Should do
I
a
guess-
barrel roll.
I love it.
I'm gonna let out like a.
Kid Turbo,
I don't think
yes,
it's
it
gonna
was.
be as effective as I want it to be, but I'm gonna let out like a roar to try to get them to back off or to flee away from where we are.
All right, so we're gonna mark off one of your holds. You got 2. As you roar out, like this, like scary ass bear roar, as you
I'm a fucking bear!
as your eyes open back up, as you stare them down, you realize that there's been no change. They have not noticed the noise you have made, and they're still inching closer towards you.
That's what I figured.
So that's a bummer. Daniel, you hear this roar and you turn around to kind of see what's going on. And as soon as the roar stops, you see that 3 of these zombies are all lunging directly towards Philip. What do you do? Daniel.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
3 of. Shit. Are they coming up in front of him or on the side of him?
They're just kind of around him. There's one on one side, one on the other, one directly and towards him, and then 3 other ones kind of mixed in.
All right, I'm gonna yell, Philip, back up and like run with me.
All right.
Well, let's
I'm not gonna move yet, but
yeah, he. No, it's not even that. He can't move. They're lunging towards him, like they're about to bite him unless you intervene in some way. So what do you do?
Okay,
I wasn't clear about what I said.
Okay. Well, there's the 2 that are closest together. I'm going to run at them and underhand sling my daggers into them, and then when my daggers hit, I'm going to follow through all the way to the ground with them.
Okay. So you give me a hack and slash.
That's strength, right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. We're gonna add +1 to it.
Let's go!
Mark XP, please.
oh fuck.
XP, please.
Mark that XP. So as you run towards them, as you duck down and kind of bring your daggers out, you manage to catch the 2 you were aiming at. However, there's still the one left over who does sink his teeth into poor Philip. Almost said Harambe because I'm reading chat. And he deals
This was
1
full
damage.
when we started.
Oh, goodness me. He deals 1 damage to you, but you do subtract your armor, and I'm assuming you've probably got more than 1 armor.
That's good. I don't think I have any armor.
You have 1 armor, so he does no damage to you.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He chomps at you and just bites a mouthful of fur and, like, pulls it out, and you're like, kind of, ow, shit. It hurts. So as this happens, you kind of step back, and that 3rd zombie just kind of falls forward into the mud and the dirt as the 3 others approach. Suddenly, all 4 of you hear this kind of like this doom, this kind of like not thunder, but like this, I don't know how to describe it, this like subwoofer, like boom, like shake, and suddenly you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up, almost like the static electricity, and the wind blows strongly for a second, and you can, as you kind of look around, you see this haze in the woods shift a bit, and the dust kicks up for a second, and then you hear it again, and it's like this flash of light, and as you look towards the what am I trying to say? The well, as you look towards the well, suddenly you see this like bluish purple flash of light, this shimmering like tear in just reality, and a figure steps forward. Let me describe to you what they look like.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, so this is the figure you see step forward, and they don't stand on the ground. They're hovering above this well. You see a woman standing there.
Man, he tried to warn us about this damn well.
With
For reals.
well, this portal or whatever you're seeing is not from the well. It's just nearby it, and the figure steps out and is like hovering nearby. Anyway, you see a woman standing there, and she has kind of this faint, kind of bluish, purplish skin. She has 3 horns growing from her head, 2 from the side and 1 directly from her forehead.
Horny.
You see her eyes glowing red and pulsing brightly. She hovers over the. What is all that noise?
It's my cat.
Oh, it's like, hey, what the hell is that?
I forgot my microphone.
But you.
I forgot about my microphone.
It's all good. But anyway, her eyes are glowing red as she just stares at you. She has this like long cape on, and out from beneath it, wrapping around her body, are these shimmering like snakes and serpents that are scrolling up her shoulders and around her neck and around her arms, and they kind of appear and disappear and shimmering with this faint like glow over them. Her body is hovering a few feet off the ground at all times. As she looks at you, she just kind of smirks and she holds her hand out. And as she holds her hand out, you feel a rumble at your feet. The zombies that are approaching you are all kind of stammering about and like losing their balance. A few are falling over, and the well begins to take itself apart, like a brick comes up out of it and sits on the ground. The kind of little roof over it kind of tilts and falls over. The barrel that's there is shaking, and she flicks her finger, and the barrel just splinters off in a bunch of pieces and dissipates. After a few seconds, the whole well seems to have taken itself apart, and there's just this hole in the ground. And as she holds her hand up really high, you all start to notice dangling from her belt and from her bag are all sorts of random things. You see like